For our last innovation pitch before the break, we have the honor to hear from Andreas Wiele. We're excited to hear what he has to share with us. Let's give him a warm welcome.
Good morning, everyone. I'm very pleased to be here with you today because I've been a fan of your wonderful country for many years, and I'm happy to be able now also to speak with you. And thank you very much, Biljana, for putting up this wonderful conference. It is the first time that you're doing this, and it's already spectacular, and I wish you many years of good success with it. And Masha told her in an introductory remark that the climate crisis is the biggest crisis that we are facing. And I think we all believe that innovation is the answer to it. Many, many small, large innovations, and I hope that with our company, OakTreePower, we can provide a solution. And the next minutes I will introduce you our solution, and I also will reveal a first pilot project that we are doing with Serbia and a company in Serbia, so I'm very proud to announce this as well. When I heard that I was given 10 minutes, I was very happy until yesterday. And since yesterday, I have a problem because I came across a study of the University of Podgorica. And this study measured the attention span that an audience has at international conferences when it comes to foreign speakers. So the gold standard is an English speaker speaking in his native language, English. 10 minutes speech, everybody is listening all the time. Second place are the Serbian and Montenegrin speakers. When they speak English, 8 minutes people listen. And on the bottom of the list are the German speakers trying to speak English. You will on average listen to me 2 minutes. So I hope I'll make my speech in 2 minutes, but I'm not 100% certain about that. So what are we facing? We are focusing not on the whole energy system, but on the electricity market. And there, because of growth, the demand for electricity will roughly double by 2050. And that obviously will put additional pressure on the grid, which is already under a lot of strain and will require a lot of investments into the grid to keep up with the doubling of the demand. And at the same time, obviously, we are trying to become green in our energy providing and obviously want to rely more and more on solar and wind energy. But these sources of energy have the great upside to be green, but on the other side, they are obviously relying on the wind and the sun. And as we all know, even if in Paris the sun shines most of the time, it doesn't shine always, and the wind is not always blowing. So we have creating way more unpredictability of supply and even more instability in the grid, which is a huge problem in the electricity grid. And obviously then, as a result, they will face more frequent imbalances and operational issues with risks of black and brownouts that already have happened sometimes in some regions of the world. So the big dilemma that we are facing is the green versus safe dilemma for our electricity grid. How do we marry decarbonization and energy security? Well, most of the answers are on the supply side, but what we are looking as the company is our solution is on the demand side. So how much energy, how much electricity is consumed and is on demand, and where is it used? So what we are doing is so-called green flexibility. We want to adjust the consumption and the places of consumption according to the amount of available green energy. And we do that obviously with modern technologies. We do that with energy optimization, both on commercial real estate and on industrial real estate. And by using advanced data analytics and artificial intelligence to predict the demand and manage the usage, especially in the times when it is needed the most. And that's obviously the case when there's not enough supply of renewable energies. It is a fantastic time when the sun shines and when the wind is blowing, because then there's an oversupply of energy that even is sometimes a problem, because then also the grid can become imbalanced if there is too much wind and too much sun, and most programs are working in that direction to increase the amount of renewable energy, but we do not need all the renewable energy all the time. Battery storage is one solution, but in times when there's not enough supply, we need to reduce the demand, and that's exactly what we are doing. But obviously, the offices need to work, and the industrial plants need to keep producing, and therefore we need to make sure, and our technology does that both the comfort level of the individual buildings or the functionality of the plants and the buildings is not jeopardized or in any way or form reduced. So the great news is that by saving a lot of energy, we can give this non-used energy back to the market, and in the countries where this is possible, even sell it back to the market. You probably all have been, to give a very simple example or comparison, you probably all have been to the airport and then the flight was overbooked, and then the airline offers you 300 euros not to take the plane. This is demand-side response. The airline want to say, please do not fly now, because otherwise the airline would have to start a second plane just for you. So in the world of electricity, the electricity providers would have to turn on extra sources of dirty energy, be it diesel generators or other sources of dirty energy. And we tell them, instead of firing on the diesel generator for 20 or 100 megawatt, which pollutes the environment and costs more money, here are 100 megawatt of energy that normally in the prediction of the energy consumption we would have used, but here we sell them back to you and don't use them. As a benefit, the individual participants, our clients, reduce their energy bill, reduce their CO2 consumption, and get paid by the grid for not using this energy, just like when you get paid for not using your plane ticket. So this is a wonderful thing where market economy and financial incentives and the climate work together. So for the first time, you can get paid to be green and to help to balance the energy system. We can do that on all kinds of different levels. We can do that on an asset level, individual assets. We can do this on a local grid level by balancing out where the energy is needed and not. We will be able to do that on a national grid level and even on a global grid level. This is not the reality yet. This is the future we are working towards. So who are we? Well, we are a startup from the UK. We were founded, I co-founded the company in 2020. In the meantime, we have over 220 employees and over 1,500 sites operating. And we aim to expand to several European markets. Currently, we are only in the UK and growing significantly. And this is now why I'm proud to announce our first project, which is still in its pilot phase, but it is very exciting to work with the Metalfer Group and its chairman and founder, Branko Cecevic, who is here also in the room. Thank you very much, Branko, for offering us this opportunity. Branko operates a large steel mill, and we have also already experiences with steel mills in the UK, and we believe that this will be a first step to help the region and the Western Balkans to become also one step further ahead in the fight against the climate change. Thank you very much for your attention. And by the way, I used to work in media. It was fake news what I told you about the University of Podgorica. So this study doesn't exist. Thank you very much.